Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the tragedy out of Moscow, Idaho. Earlier today, I had the pleasure of speaking to Jay for Justice. Jennifer, she has a big true crime podcast. A lot of my subscribers probably know Jay for Justice. Great podcaster. She covers true crime, and we were talking about the Kohberger case, and she brought something to my attention, said, JLR, you got to go check this out. Prior incident reports in Moscow, police reports. Jay showed me a bunch of police reports that occurred in Moscow during the months of August and September of 2022, but one stuck out that she shared with me, and I'm going to share this with you and then discuss. 8/5/2022, there was an incident in Moscow, Idaho at 2:13 in the morning. I want to share that with you here right now. So there was an incident on 8/5/2022 in Moscow, Idaho. Male messing around with her lock and wandering around. This incident happened at the 1100 block of North Polk Street around 2:13 a.m. Report: a male messing with her lock and wandering around outside. Last saw him a few minutes ago. Officer responded. Report taken. What's going on here, everyone? Is Bryan Kohberger involved with this? Happened 8/5/2022, August 5th, 2 o'clock in the morning, messing around with a female's lock. Moscow, Idaho. Someone messing with a female's lock and wandering around at 2:13 in the morning, the 1100 block of North Polk Street. Was that Bryan Kohberger? That got my antenna. Who would do that at 2 o'clock in the morning? Bryan Kohberger arrived in that area around that time to start at Washington State University. Was he already picking victims beforehand, before he did the 4? Was he scoping the area out, maybe doing another victim before he did the actual 4 murders? Look at the Google Maps right here. I want to show you Google Maps. Check it out. This is Google Maps, and this spot here is the 1100 block of North Polk Street in Moscow, Idaho. This is where the incident happened, 8/5/2022, around this area here. It's on the northern side of Moscow. The home where the Moscow stabbings happened was down here, southern Moscow, and this happened here. It's right by, actually, the Moscow City shop. The Moscow City shop here is where the victims' cars were towed to that lot. But right around here is where that incident happened, the northern part of Moscow. Now, I want to show you the distance between this spot here and Bryan Kohberger's Steptoe Apartments in Pullman. Look at this. Bryan's Steptoe apartment to the 1100 block of North Polk Street. Look, in order to get there, it's 20 minutes, but you go through the northern part of Moscow. You don't even go into the city to get there. You could get to Bryan's apartment by back roads. Here. Go past the airport, cross over into Idaho, and then go 95 south. Was this incident here at the 1100 block of North Polk Street related to Bryan Kohberger? Let me know what you think. So yeah, I mean, Bryan lived in Steptoe Apartments. Could have went to that area to the north, shot across, then went down 95 south into Moscow and was prowling around that area, maybe looking for other victims, or you know, it's quite a possibility, because who did it? Who would do that at 2:13 in the morning? I actually filed a public records request with the Moscow Police Department. So this is a public records request I filed with the Moscow Police Department, and I am seeking all records, including body cam footage of the 8/5/2022 incident that occurred at the 1100 block of North Polk Street in Moscow regarding male messing with female lock. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to try to figure out if this could be connected to Bryan Kohberger or not in any way. I will keep you updated on if they will provide any records related to that. Let me know your thoughts on that. Go back, all of you, go back and check out prior police reports. Was Bryan already lurking and prowling and doing other types of crimes in that area beforehand and was unsuccessful? Or was just trying to get a feel for criminal behavior before, ultimately doing the most evil act imaginable. I'll be posting more videos soon. If you haven't checked out my videos on Bryan Kohberger, go through my timeline. We'll talk soon. Everyone be safe. Justice for the victims and their families.